love acting. Like, I'm definitely not done acting. But really using my platform and the blessings that I have of, like, having this historic role, like, just not just in Black history, but in film history and in history, to, you know, I did Comic-Con all around the world for years doing that, but, like, really just stepping into, like, being a teacher, which I became during COVID to address the teaching disparities, because our industry was on strike. And so just to bring it home, having that experience of seeing, like, kids be so far behind because of COVID, because, like, we've always been behind as a nation. Nobody likes to talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
There's that great clip, that film, you know, when they say, why is our nation so great? And the guy goes in, he's like, we're 46 education, we're this and this. And it's really like that. And so I say all that to say, I just realized, being a part of Black history and being a teacher, that the history that I was able to learn, because my mom didn't have a babysitter, so I was in college history, Black African American studies classes with her, wasn't what I was getting as a kid, and that's never been lost on me, and it's also not what these kids are getting. And with AI, my concern is that soon we won't even know our history. You know what I mean? That's why books were banned, so it was important for me to make a book. So I prayed to God, what do you want me to do? And 3 a.m. he woke me up one day, he said, make a book that turns real-life Black inventors into superheroes, and their inventions are their powers, to promote literacy and to teach our history. And so that right there has been a joy of my life.
3 a.m.
What's the name of your book?
It's called Thank you so much. It's called The Super Marvelous World of Black Inventors. It's on Barnes & Noble. We just got Barnes & Noble yesterday.
Oh, big. Let's get that.
Black History Month is this month.
It's this month.
It's every month. And, you know, it's not, I'll just end with this. It's not just, one, it's super inspiring. There's times I wanted to quit. I went through many things. I had pretty much given up everything for a year, like, you know, that I had built, like coming off all this, you know, press and stuff for the movie. And when I researched about these inventors, seeing what they went through, like, these are people who were banned from reading, right? Garrett Morgan, he invented the stoplight, but he also invented the gas mask. America wouldn't buy the patent from him. And then
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, and then during the World War, they was getting cracked out there. They were getting jacked up, and they were using urine for the pneumonia to diffuse the gas. And what ended up happening is a group of miners back home in the States got trapped into a fire. He put it on himself, real superhero like, because it's in us, not on us. And he saved all of them by himself. So then America bought the patent from him, and that invention is still saving lives today. We truly did build this country. So that kept me going a lot, and now God is just so faithful, because when I tell you I have not stopped with, like, book signings and different things, because God knew that we would come to a point now where my book would be finished and Black history would be actively erased, and Black History Month would actively get mandated by the government to be canceled. And we just not.
They don't teach a lot of Black history in school, because they definitely didn't teach me about him in Detroit public schools.
Black history is American
Detroit
history.
Public schools is a, you know, they don't teach about
the gas mask.
They taught you about the inventor gas mask?
I learned about that.
I definitely learned.
Did you learn about that?
No.
You ain't learned.
We did
that.
the home security system. We helped invent a supercomputer. We invented virtual reality. That was a Black woman. So 3D, any 3D movie.
All I know is George Washington Carver.
That's a Black person.
George Washington Carver did the peanut butter.
Oh, he in there too.
Yeah, that's that. Who else?
I had to throw in the goodies.
Yeah,
the goodies.
I feel like it was only a couple.
Louis
I don't want to
Lattimore
call them the
did
basics.
the light bulb.
It was just a couple that we were taught.
You know, the light bulb couldn't even illuminate like a whole space until Louis Lattimore invented the filament.
No,
there's so many things.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I gotta look at the book myself.
Go check it. Super Marvelous World. Where's Mother Island? The Super Marvelous World of Black Inventors Volume 1. Now Barnes and Noble, Amazon.
They never taught us more, information like that. For supposedly in Brandon's high school, they did.
You weren't paying attention in school.
I promise you.
Conversation, bro.
I was great in school, but they didn't. Yeah, see, they didn't teach.
I didn't get taught any of this, and I just remember, and I'm just curious if you guys had this experience. I just remember I kept learning about the same people, Harriet Tubman.
Same people. That's what I'm talking about. We have the same people.
I kept learning about it was just like slavery,
people.
And we started civilization, we started architecture, we started geometry, like all of that came from Africa. Like all the greatest philosophers, Aristotle, Socrates, they learned from African people. Like, so yeah, don't get me started. But that's what I've been doing nowadays.
All I remember is the British Tea Party.
Oh, God.
That's what they was teaching us.